Hey team, here's an exercise to help you all build more efficient anchors with minimal gear. We'll start with one shoulder length sling, a double length sling, and then your typical anchor building material. This is a triple length sling, a quarterlet will do. And as many locking carabiners as you would normally have free and available on your harness. The other part of this exercise will be the gear that we're actually using. We have from number 3 Black Diamond Camelot to 0.3 Black Diamond Camelot, and a set of wedges. What makes this exercise challenging is that you're going to build 3 anchors with this material. Each time you build an anchor, you won't be able to use that same material in your next one. And the catch is, I want you to build 3 anchors. One bread and butter anchor, one anchor that you're less familiar with, and one anchor that incorporates no knots into your system. That could be your girth hitch central point or something else. Let's see what we get. Okay, here's anchor number 2. I'm starting to run low on cams, so I might place some wedges here. All right, I used my long material, so I'm gonna have to place these pieces closer together. Say 120 centimeter sling. Oh yeah. Figured I'd be pretty short on this one. Locking carabiner number 2 for the girth hitch central point. All right. Okay, I don't have much left, but on to anchor number 3. It's proving to be a pretty fun exercise. I have a really strong macro structure here, so I think I'm gonna nestle in and stack some anchor points for my last one. Wish me luck. Not sure if I can get a cam in here, but let's see. Nice. That's pretty good. All right, let's get really techie here. Long carabiner, short carabiner. Nice. That's bowling on a bite for everyone. That's a techie anchor, and one last central point with the girth hitch, because none of my anchors were easy this time, but they were all full strength. Here is anchor number 1. Got a nice number 2 cam. We have a number 3 and a 0.5 in here, all pulling into the direction of load, which is down the cliff. I chose this anchor as my bread and butter anchor, and they all turned out pretty similar actually, but because the points are in a little bit of fragile, friable macro structure in the rock, I put them in 3 independent cracks, and I had to do that with a longer sling so that my disparate anchor points could connect into a solid central point. Anchor number 2 was another distribution of load anchor with a number 3.4 and a really good number 11 maybe wedge, all going down into another girth hitch central point. These clove hitches are what allowed me to create this anchor, and the number 3 is my strongest piece, which is seeing most of the distribution of this load. So I kind of added on to that to create anchor number 2. Slightly less material, and I clipped the eye of the cam so that it wasn't going to bend around this rock with the carabiner. This is anchor number 3, and funny enough, it's one of the more simple anchors that I've created, although there is a lot of tech going on here. I have a 0.75 and 2 slotted wedges. They are connected via a bowline on a bite to save material, and still not enough material to tie a knot in the central point, so another girth hitch central point anchor. However, the macro structure of this rock is amazing, and so all of my cams are, and other anchor points, are very nestled near each other. So there are a couple of things I'd like to recap here and highlight. This anchoring project is to help us critically think about what an anchor needs to be and ways to solve that problem. Typically, when I'm building anchors, I'm going to use the least amount of material possible for that particular anchor. Series anchors with interesting knots, like the bowline on the bite and a girth hitch central point, are creative ways to reduce the amount of material. We have another distribution of load anchor using a 120 centimeter sling with offset clove hitches to also help reduce the amount of material. And then we also had our bread and butter anchor, which was also a distribution of load anchor, meaning all points are taking some weight using, in this case, a triple length sling. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that adds some value to your anchor building craft.